Hey guys, how you guys doing today? Okay, working on the box, One thing I want to show you before I move on are these, and they're called bead cones. And this is two sets. You have two that look like a screw right over here, and then two with this other kind of pattern on it. This is from Bead Landing at Michael's. These are great. They're called bead cones. They, cover the ends of beads and whatnot. And this is a great thing. I'm not going to do it on this one, but this is a great thing to buy. These are very inexpensive. And to make, if you want yours to sit on a table, you can glue two matching ones on the bottom, and it has these really cool feet. So how cool would that look? Okay. Wire. Now this is wire from Michael's or Joann's. It's just a like gold copper wire, used for beading and all. And then you have your eye pins. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide on I'm going to have to glue my girl in. So I'm going to have to finish her. Okay. And I picked skulls right here. You see what I'm going to use. So let's try to get again. Now, if you have your box and you don't want to do something creepy and you want to do a nice doll, there's so many different things you can do. You don't have to do a doll. I showed these that somebody gave me, sent to me as a random act of kindness. They're gold. But you can get these in so many different colors and so many different styles. And you can just make the whole inside of the box of these butterflies. And look how pretty that looks. And then you glue them in, so when you look up, it's like you're looking in the window. So think of the things that you can use. So many different things. A pretty big bead. I mean, you can do whatever you want. So on our doll, I'm going to take, if I can find it, my nose when it's still running. I'm going to take a piece of charcoal. I don't know how well this is going to work. Might just need a black pen. Let's see if I can get these eyes dark on her. Nico, it's not food, honey. My dog's like, do we have food? Is there food? Is there food? Let me see. This is just charcoal. The artist charcoal from Winsor & Newton. I got my Art Snacks box. So I'm just going to kind of go in on the eyeballs here. Like that. I don't know how well you can see it because I got a lot of things on the desk and it's probably focusing. And then I'm going to just take right on their lips. I'm just going to rub it like this. And I might have to clean it up. I might have to use a pen. Who knows? I'm just kind of rubbing it on there. Okay. Now I know that the box wants on her. Let me find my Q-tips here. Excuse my arm. And I'm just going to go in. And with any smudge thing that you use for smudging, if you have one of the pencil smudgers, I can't think what they're called right now, the blending sticks, use that. I want this to bring out the cracks in her skin as well. So I'm kind of using my Q-tip because it's picking up. And it's going to give her this creepy look. Now I wonder if I can go like this on here. Make this a little darker. I just want her to be a creep. Creepy, creepy, creepy. I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle today because the one side of me, I got shingles still, and the other side's kind of not being cooperative, so it's hard to get a good angle here. But you see, we're just filling out those hollows of her eyes. And I'm always the darker the better. And then her lips, just run over her lips with it. And then go over her face, because this will blend off. Go behind her ears. We can blend all this in. But it's just giving her some texture. And I want to do that. Let's see if you can see. See how cool it's starting to look? Now I see that there's a mark here, so I'll use the other side of my Q-tip. And maybe that'll just end up being a beauty mark. Who knows? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with her botte. I might just go over these designs and just make her look very... This is when it gets fun. Whether you're making a pretty girl or, you know, a little bit of a different kind of girl, whatever you're doing. And I don't need to worry about the back. Do the sides a little bit. Move her hands so you can get those sides. And you can see I got some crumbs down here that fell, so I can definitely go in and pick that up. And just go and rub on her body. And smooth all that black out, just so it makes it a little dark. Darker than the paint. It's almost like you're paintbrushing. You're using a paintbrush with paint. So I'm going to probably wipe all this black up onto my Q-tip. Again, go over her face, get all those wrinkles and creases in her neck. And I want to make the eyes a little bit darker. Now, if you don't have charcoal, it doesn't matter. Use a pencil. Use a pencil, use a... Just give that a little lighter. And like I said, I want these lips, but they're so little. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just going to go with my hands and kind of smudge her cheeks a little bit. Because if you see up close, let's see how close you can see. You can see the lines of all the creases of like the paint and the gesso and all that, and I love that. And you want that everywhere. And if you want to use black paint, like for instance, I have Black India ink here. I'll put a little bit right there. And you can definitely just take a Q-tip, like on her body, and just kind of rub it in. Just to give her like a creepy... And now you know this will be permanent. You can use your watered down acrylic paint also. You don't have to. It's just going to give her some age and different textures. And we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for like a beat up. I'm going to layer on her. We're not going to see this part, but in case a little bit of it comes out, I'm just going to kind of run that down to the back of her arm and all, because that's going to be glued. She's going to be glued in. And I'm scraping a little hard because I want some of that paint to come off. So like you can see some of the body underneath. It just makes her look more vintagey, like more old broken doll. And I think I might do a little bit. I'm not gonna, a little bit of the ink, India ink. I don't want it to drip. I want to have control over it, but just give her 2 dots there and maybe try to go over the lip area. Yeah. And let's see if that will dry. That looks cool though. Can you see? So I want her to dry. And if I put the heat gun on her, I'm afraid that it'll blow it around and it won't stay. But I like the way it looks. I might even kind of run these pins through just so you get like a little bit of the ink on those so they're not completely silver. Doesn't really matter, but it just makes them look a little bit more aged. And I don't care. You see it's dripping down her face. I don't care. I like, let's see if I can turn my hand this way. Oh, clear up, clear up, clear up. Yeah. So I can just make her have like a really sick looking mouth. And then if I don't like that, you can just go in with your Q-tip and wipe off. You can wet it. It is Indie ink, so like I said, it's not gonna. It'll just lighten it some. Love the eyes. I don't want to lose those. This is just gonna make me have some more ink. I think I'll use a black marker for the mouth. Okay, it's gonna be glued in. Oh, I got her bleeding down her face. That's good. Q-tip, another Q-tip. I go through Q-tips like crazy. Doing art or whatever I'll do. Because once they dry, I can reuse them if they're not used with permanent stuff. Okay. I just want her to look aged. She looks quite aged. I'm going to put some more of that over here. So you stay there. Now what I have to do is decide, do I want to I know her head's going to be glued in. I want her hair to stay out and crazy. She's going on the bottom. So I'm going to take her out, hot glue the back of her bum, and set her in here so she stays. Give that a few minutes to catch and cool off. And I want her hair to come down on this side, so I'm going to have to glue some of the hair down here. I wanted her to have ponytails. Don't know if that's going to happen. I just want her creepy. I should have cut some of her hair off, but I like the creepy hair. Okay, I'm going to wait. And I'm going to lift this up. First, let me get all the hair out of here. She has crazy, crazy hair, this baby doll. Okay. And then I'm going to lift her head. Don't want to touch too much of her hair with the glue right now because it'll melt. So I just kind of want her to stick. And you can also use glue dots. You can use, whatever you want. So I'm just going to give this a second. I might have to glue her, else glue her more. See how she's coming together. Her little head just doesn't want. I should have kept her hair in a ponytail before I glued, because it's getting all her hair in there. And I'm getting out of glue. Okay. We'll just leave it like that. Push it down till it cools. So much fun, isn't it? All right, this should be cool. Okay. So now I'm going to take her hair. She has wild hair like me, I can see. And I'm gonna want to kind of tack it down, but I wanted it in a, how am I gonna do this? Let's see. It's not like she has a hairline that the hair grows one way that you can just like make all the hair go that way, because they kind of just glued two head, that's why I got it at the dollar store. I wanted it to look weird, but I want it to be somewhat workable. Okay. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Might have to take a pair of scissors in, and there's like a few hairs that just are not wanting to work with me. They keep going on her face. And I want the other ones to know that I'm not afraid to cut you off. There's like a little handful. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Loving it. Okay. So now I'm going to take the one eye, got a little, I stuck my finger in it apparently or something. But I'm going to just touch it to make it, because she will dry in there. And her hair, I would like to use, I love the pink, but I want to put black streaks in it, but I just don't know. All right, I'm going to put these away for now. And I wish I had, maybe I do, maybe I should look before I say I don't have it. Just these little, are they all on sticks? That means I'm going to have to open one of these. They're too bright. Poop. They're too bright and I don't want to use them. But I will figure something out. I don't even know what will show through. Let me find the box cover. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you see how she's looking so far? And I can still fiddle in there a little bit and add things in there once I have this shut, because there's room for me to get in there and decorate more once I see what I have going on. Now I'm going to add the head pins with the skulls. I have the lid on. We punched our holes, remember? And I want to stick it through this hole. Through the outside hole. Are you going to be working with me or against me? I might have to stick it through this way first. Yep, there's one. A short one. Gotta go through this. I must have sealed it when I painted it. This is going through the lid and the bottom of the box. Come on. Why are you being so pain in the butt? I want these together so they stay connected. Let's try it this way again. I like using head pins because they have the head part, the loop. It goes through the one way but won't go back the other way. I don't understand how that works out that way. I know you can do it. Come on. Oh, we'll do another one. And go back to you. Now I know I did my holes. Oh, my nose is running. I just want this black down her face just a little bit. From her eye, like she's crying. This is how I get lost. Because then I'm like, oh, I want it like this. I want it to do this. Okay. So I have that one. Now I'm going to put this one. Too much that goes on in my head at once. I'm like six steps ahead of myself because I just get so excited. Come on, you're right there. It really isn't this hard. All right, well, if I can't get this in this time, then I'll have my husband do it because my hands are just not wanting to cooperate. So I'm off camera right now because I'm lifting it up to try to get a better angle. I'm not going to hurt my hands right now. I'm going to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do, and this is what you'll do too. We have our things on. I have the 3 on. I'm not worrying about that last one right this second. I'm just going to get you started here. We're going to go with a blue. And we'll also put a dot of glue. And I'll show you. Let me find my pliers. And I hope you guys can see this. All you're going to do is, my nose is going to turn. And turn. And then when we hold it up, he's going to fall to the end. And if you don't want him squiggling around, you don't have to. I'm going to put red next. And now that she's in the box, you're going to be able to play around with her more because you know where she's at. You can go over her face. You can do whatever. This is just the next step in everything. I'm going to show you how to add this last one. And you can make this one up top if you want, or as close or as far away from the box as you want it. Just turn it. And I just keep turning it. So you see? Then they're different lengths. And then you would put your next one on, which I'm going to do orange. And this has a little, yeah, has a little end. No big deal. I was going to grab my smaller pliers. But you can just bend it once. It doesn't matter. It just, so it doesn't fall off. And then the next one will be a little longer. And I'm going to, like I said, wait till she's completely dry. And then with the hot glue and everything, and then go in. Now, I also have, if I can, I just had it in my hand too. To figure out what color I'm going to do her crown. And if I'm going to put her crown on her. So I can't quite decide. It just looks like she's like a creepy, I don't know. I might do it bright red. I don't know. I haven't quite decided if I want the crown or not yet. But this is where we're at. We glued her in. We're getting our end in. I just got to put on that last skull or whatever bead you're doing. And then decide what you want to do to decorate on the outside. Like I said, she's going to be hanging, so I'm going to poke a hole through the top and then run wire through it, and I'll show you that in the next video, and we're getting close to being done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and any questions, just ask, and here she is so far. I just got to fix the eye because I kept hitting it, and it kept smearing, so I'll fix that, and then when I come back with the next video, you will see. That'll be fixed. It's because I'm trying to do too much at once because I got so many thoughts going through my head. So excited. All right, guys. As always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.